Hi, I'm Dr. Anjali Huda. I'm an internal medicine doctor and now practicing functional medicine and obesity. And I would respectfully rebuttal a few points made by Palki Sharma Upadhyay on one of the videos that has been circulating on WhatsApp. And it was very important because people come to health experts like us and ask, so some of the things that she said I completely agree with, but there are some things that I would not agree with. So I've prepared a quick thing about it. So, when you say that people are posting a lot of stuff, health has become like a hashtag and there's so much on Instagram, I think it's very positive. I think it's awareness. And post COVID, during these times in the pandemic, I think people are realizing that health is very important and people are looking for these buzzwords. People are looking at immunity. I mean, immunity is not made in day, it's not in the bottles, but immunity is important. So it is health awareness. And I would not say that Instagram is full of all this. I think there is a lot of good things said about health on Instagram, and there is a lot of motivation out there, and it's a good thing. Next thing she pointed out was about proteins. Now, protein is an important part of our body, and most Indians are vegetarians and they lack protein in their diet, and that's why obesity is also on the rise. So, to say that don't take protein powders and say everything has a downside, it's not true. There are medical foods, there are supplements in form of protein powders. It could be a whey powder or a plant protein that we are giving to our patients to compensate for the need of protein. So even the grams that you have put out is not right, because it totally depends on your weight. So it depends on how many kilos you are and your protein requirements. So a lot of people who are 100 kilos are not even eating 46 gram of protein like you have mentioned. So yes, that we need to correct this, because although there's an industry where they're selling a lot of protein powders, but at the same time there is also a big need of protein supplementation in our population. So this is, I'm talking as a medical expert. Then slim is healthy. It is something that which is not in fashion anymore. People are realizing that size 0, size 2 is not a great way to be. And somewhere I think media needs to correct themselves. They're still putting very thin and skinny models on the pages of their magazines. That is something, a responsibility of media also. So to say that people are thinking like that, I would not say that. I think it's more to do with the kind of message we are giving out to our young girls, or people out there about size 0. People go to such dietitians who have converted, who have actually made people lose weight to size 0. So it's both ways. It's media and it's the population. And then shortcuts is something I think everybody's a human mindset. People come to us with they want to slash the weight within a month, which they have taken months to gain. So shortcut is something a person is looking for. This is sort of an era where shortcuts have become a big thing, and people who are giving those shortcuts, maybe they're unhealthy, are more successful, no doubt about it. Green tea. Now, we mentioned about green tea. Now, the compound EGCG in green tea is actually known to increase metabolism, and you said that, which is fine. But also, there is a lot of studies that tell us that green tea is a very, very powerful antioxidant. It is NRF2 mediated response. It's a strong antioxidant. So, when we talk about obesity and losing weight with green tea, it's not because it's increasing only the metabolism, but it's obesity or weight gain is an inflammatory state. So green tea is an anti-inflammatory, an antioxidant, so it decreases the cytokines, and therefore you lose weight. Then talking about gluten-free, yes, gluten-free products on the market are totally unnecessary, but not when people are talking about gluten-free, I think there has to be a very clear demarcation in the fact that gluten-free product on the market, which also will contain a lot of tapioca flour or potato flour, will actually cause weight gain, inflammation. But if you are taking a non-wheat grain, which means a besan or a jawar or a bajra, which is also gluten-free, so that is something that should have been clearly demarcated. So going for completely gluten-free boxes, I completely agree, those are not necessary at all. Gluten sensitivity is very common. We have GMO wheat, and it has become more rampant, more and more. And only when you give up, you realize you're gluten sensitive, because it doesn't come up in the testing. So celiac disease is a different issue, because they are completely allergic to gluten. But people who are sensitive, they will only give up and understand that, okay, gluten was actually causing a lot of trouble. So weight loss is not a game of calories. It's not in and out and deficit. It's not that simple. So I would like to rebut that, because it's all about the quality of calories. So if you're eating more things that are increasing your glycemic index, like fast food, junk food, those are the kind of things that have to be seen when you're trying to lose weight. It's a quality of the calorie, not the quantity. Going to cow milk. Cow milk is not bad, but people who are lactose intolerant, like you said. But with the cow milk, what happens is, the commercial cow milk, the cow is given a growth hormone to produce more milk. So indirectly, we are consuming a lot of growth hormone. Decreasing the age of puberty, like girls are getting precocious at a very young age, or they're getting PCOS or some kind of acne. So those are mostly attributed to milk. And on top of that, you're adding substances to milk to make it flavorful. So that's even worse. So milk consumption, I would say, is only for the calf. It's not for us. You have to get away from milk as much as possible. Talking about soy milk and all that, I mean, those are great substitutes. So people are used to drinking milk, so these are good substitutes, and they can be easily made at home. I'm not in favor of buying a carton from the market and using that. Rice, brown rice versus white rice, yes, there's a price difference. That's not much difference in terms of glycemic index as well as calories. So there is a point I would agree with you. And false advertising is the point I would agree with you 100%. I think that is really needs to be addressed in this country. We are selling things which don't justify the kind of logo they're using. So it is wrong advertising, I would say. And the kind of snacks in the market, we need to focus on healthier snacks. We are getting a lot of snacks with a lot of trans fat, like you said, and there are these MSG alternative names that are not even marked on the food label. So that is where I would agree. I would also agree on this fantastic point that you made about the vitamin water, which is full of sugar, and people cannot. It's better to drink infused fruit water rather than drinking vitamin water. So these are the little points I wanted to make, Palki. I don't know if you will ever see this video, but this is my way of sort of explaining to my patients and people who asked me what this meant.